Commissioner, Mr. Roger Warney. Take the ball. Back to that goal. Colorado Springs won the toss. They can receive.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Pecoraro at the first national championship of the minor league football system. Colorado Springs Spirit and the Pueblo Crusaders. The Spirit receiving the ball, and Blades is out to the 22-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that spot. Tackle made by number 26, Todd Kelly. Colorado Springs quarterback is number 16, Tony Merritt. Running backs Patterson and Bonds behind him. Merritt straight drop back. He's rolling to his left, and he is sacked right away. Number 75, Joe Tybee. Merritt was receiving pressure from the outside by number 41, Amane Hallman, weak outside linebacker, and Tybee got in on the right side and made the sack. It'll bring up a 2nd and 20.
Loss of about 11 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 21.
We have
The BTC, Colorado's first small business incubator, and home of the Pueblo Crusaders, making Pueblo benefits better.
Crusaders, and then all the minor league football system goes through us to. What do you guys do? KBC Ranger.
Timeout indicated by the Spirit. This timeout brought to you in part by the Ranch Inn, by Burger King, by American Furniture and Fogg's Lawn and Snow Service. Your attention, please. Alcoholic beverages are not allowed in Dutch Park Stadium. Please refrain from using them. Third up on the play by number 58, Snuffy Byers. Number 24, Joey Charles. Short of the first down, brings up 4th down. He can receive the punt. Number 8, Myron Jefferson. Number 82, Fred Gibbs. 45-yard line.
Yeah, because that other side. Last week, we had we have right now 6,300. There's nobody over here. Nobody. Yeah, so we have 9,000. That side holds 6,500. So maybe 9,000. it, we're taping, and then see, we're going to do it for TV. Dan, I always thought it was going to work out. It's still kind of fun to do this because we're selling tapes. And, Three men set up behind quarterback Steve Bryant. Again, we have a handoff up the middle. It's Richard Crane, and Crane picks up about 2.5. It's going to bring up a third down and 2 or maybe 3 yards. 11:39 remaining in the first quarter. Third and a short 3 for the Crusaders. 2 men behind Bryant. Handoff, Richard Crane, and Crane's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Coming in to make the plays, number 55, Will Hinton. Big play man for the Spirit. Bring up a punting situation on a 4th down for the Crew. Punt is off by number 16, Brian Hatler. It's a pretty good punt, and just does roll into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Colorado Springs Spirit. Handoff, and not a thing there. Snuffy Byers, number 58, comes in, puts a hit on Warren Matthews before Matthews even had a chance. Bring up a 2nd down and 13 for the Spirit. Straight drop back by Merritt. Merritt looking to the left side, has a man wide open. That is number 5, Tommy Bonds. Number 41 for the Crew, Amani Holloman comes up, makes a stop. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9. Merritt hands the ball off Tommy Bonds, and Bonds is fighting, but he's going to be way short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a 4th down and punting situation. Punt is off, and it will be taken by number 82, Freddie Gales. Gales back to his 25, and he is going way back. He's at the 20. He's looking for somewhere to go, and Gales is going to lose 4. There's the flag down. That may be a face mask or a clip in that area. Flags are thrown. A couple different flags were thrown, this one being a late flag. Face mask was the call. 1st and 10 from the 25. 7:56 remaining in the first period. Richard Crane, the lone setback behind Bryant. Roll out by Bryant, and Bryant has nowhere to go as number 60, Victor Simmons, defensive tackle slash linebacker, comes up, makes the sack. 2nd and 16, ball on the 19-yard line. Option right side, Bryant still with the ball. Bryant has some good running room. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 4 for the Crew.
Stop on the play.
3rd and 4, ball on the 31-yard line. 3 men behind Bryant. And we're going to have a flag as number 77 for the Crew, Ed Reiner, jumped. Third and 9, ball on the 26, Rich Lane, wide left, Myron Jefferson, wide right. Straight drop back, and we're going to have a delayed draw, and nothing's there for number 5, Alan Severes. He is hit right away. 4th down for the Crew. We will see number 16, Brian Hatler, into punt. Hatler's punt is off, and Blades is going to let it hit. Be 1st and 10 as you see the Colorado Springs Spirit offense coming onto the field. First and 10, ball on the 37-yard line. Merritt rolls to his right. He gets a little swing pass out to Tommy Bonds. Bonds is stopped at the 45 by free safety, number 25, Kirk Kokenberger.
Tommy Bonds, stop on the play by number 25, Kirk Kokenberger.
2nd short for Colorado Springs. And there's a fumble. Flags are down. We will see who has the ball. Crusaders players are pointing their way, and it appears it is Crusader ball. We will see what the penalty was all about. The penalty was an offsides. He gets a crew, so it takes away the fumble recovery. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Straight drop back by Merritt. Merritt looking to the left side, and it may be a good thing that Tommy Bonds did not catch the ball. His outside linebacker, Amani Holloman, was coming up. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. Merritt draw play, Tommy Bonds. Bonds has nowhere to go. Again, he is met by number 41, Amani Holloman. 3rd and 8. Handoff Patterson, and Patterson has some running room and a 1st down and more. Extra effort by number 25, Jeff Patterson. Of course, Patterson played his college football here in Pueblo at the University of Southern Colorado for head coach Mike Friedman, the Spirit head coach. Tommy Bonds in motion to the right side. Gonna have a little swing pass out right side. It's complete to number 86, Steve Nicholas. Nicholas played for the Crusaders a year ago. And we should see flags. We do not. It appeared to me that number 71, Baldacci, jumped for the Spirit. Matthews, Patterson, and Bonds behind Merritt. Blade split wide right. Straight drop back, roll out left as he receives pressure from Snuffy Byers. Passes off and incomplete. Obviously, Merritt was just getting rid of the ball. Some Crusaders are saying that nobody was in the area for Springs. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Steve Nicholas in motion to the right side. We're going to have a play action, pass off, and it is incomplete. Over the middle, coming up, making the hit was number 16, Brian Hattler, and also number 25, Kurt Kokenberger. In to attempt the field goal will be number 1, Scott Segrist. He is the man that nearly single-handedly won the game for the Spirit's first time these two teams met during the season. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is good by a lot. With 1:54 remaining in the first, score is Colorado Springs Spirit 3 and the Pueblo Crusaders 0. Segrist kick is off, and it's a pretty deep kick. It's going to be taken by number 48, Frankie Williams, at the 5 to the 10 to the 15, and he is hit. Very high hit, fires up the Colorado Springs Spirit crowd. Handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be a pickup of a couple. Excuse me, it was Bryant taking the ball. 2nd and 6, ball on the 19. 1:05 remaining in the first period. Straight drop back by Bryant. Looking to the left side and nearly intercepted right in the hands of Otis Ragsdale. And Ragsdale very upset with himself for not catching the ball. Bring up a third, or excuse me, we'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. 57 seconds remaining in the first period. Misdirection and big play for the Spirit. It's going to bring up a punting situation for Pueblo, and Colorado Springs should have pretty good field position after this punt. Hattler's punt is off. Fair catch signaled for, and the ball takes a bounce as 2 players for the Spirit run into each other. He was called against the crew as fair catch was signaled for by Springs, and a player ran into him. Apparently he was pushed by one of the Crusaders. I really don't understand why a penalty was called against Pueblo, but there was, so it doesn't really matter now. We had a handoff right there. Stop. Tommy Bonds was stopped by number 70, John Hancock. Bring up a 2nd and 9. Score at the end of the first quarter, Colorado Springs Spirit 3 and the Pueblo Crusaders 0. Straight drop back by Merritt. Flags are down. Merritt's going deep. He has a man wide open, and in and out of the hands of number 80, Alan Blade. Should have been caught. Procedure call against Springs. It was declined by the crew. 3rd and 9 from the 34-yard line. Merritt rolling to his left, receiving pressure from Sam Collins, and Collins runs him out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Big play by number 86, Sam Collins. Gales and Jefferson back to receive the punt. Punt is off. It's going to be taken by Freddie Gales. Fair catch signal. 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Handoff, Alan Sevier. Sevier has a hole. He is still up. He's to the 40, and he is finally stopped by Stephen Thomas. Sevier joining the team late in the season. He comes and makes the biggest play he has as a Pueblo Crusader. First and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. 14 minutes remaining in the first half. Handoff, and not much there for the crew this time. Pick up about a yard by number 32, Richard Crane. Second and 10 for the crew, ball on the 44-yard line. Myron Jefferson in motion to the right side. Richard Crane lone setback. Option right side. Pitch out to Jefferson, and the ball is loose. And in just a moment, we'll tell you who has it. It appears that it is Colorado Springs has the ball at midfield. Handoff, Tommy Bonds. Bonds slides through a hole. Eric Van Tassel downfield blocking, and he picks up the first down. Handoff right up the middle, Jeff Patterson. Patterson picks up 4. Second down and 5, ball on the 35. Option left side, Matthews. Matthews is going to lose some yardage, and Colorado Springs wanted a face mask. Did not get it. It'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the 38-yard line. Straight drop back by Merritt, and it's a delayed draw. Tommy Bonds, and Bonds is finally chased down by number 52, Dale Cresswell. And Bonds just does get back to the line of scrimmage. Sagers gets his punt off to the left side. Fair catch signal for him. The ball goes into the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the crew. Handoff, second man through. Doug Jones, and Jones picks up 3.
Number 20, Doug Jones, the ball carrier. Stop by.
Straight drop back by Bryant. Bryant rolling out to his right, gets a pass off, nearly intercepted. Flags are down. We may see a holding call. Holding was a call against the crew. 2nd and 16 from the 14-yard line. 9:07 remaining in the first half. Pitch out right side. Richard Crane. Crane runs into about 5 players from the Spirit. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Doug Jones in motion on the left side, straight drop back, and Bryant trying to run for some yardage, and he doesn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Crew will be punting deep in their own territory. Hatler's punt is off, and Blades calls for a fair signal. 1st and 10 from the 41 for the Spirit. Roll out to the right by Merritt. Merritt being chased by Joe Tybee. Merritt's pass is off, and he throws it way out of bounds. Second 10, straight drop back again, and passes off, complete to Jeff Patterson, who makes a sensational catch. Finally dragged down by number 24, Alonzo Clark, and number 41, Amane Hallman. Be first and 10 for the Spirit. Misdirection, Tommy Bonds with the ball. He is stopped by number 52, Dale Cresswell. Pickup of 4. Tommy Bonds with the ball right side. Snuffy Byard and Dale Cresswell in to make the big stick. Third and 10 for the Spirit from the 42, 5:59 remaining in the first half. Passes off left side, and Alonzo Clark picks the ball up. He's still up. He's to the 20, 25. Receives a great block from Dale Cresswell to the 40, 45, 50, to the 40, 47-yard line. Excellent play by Alonzo Clark, receiving a big block by number 52, Dale Cresswell. Handoff, Alan Severe. Severe on his own picks up about 3.5 yards. Handoff, Richard Crane. Crane gets to about the 40-yard line. Going to be 3 short of the first. Big play here for the Crusaders. 3:35 remaining in the first half. And we're going to see an offsides. Free play for the Crew. Bryant trying to make something out of it. He's going to run the ball. And he does pick up the first down on his own. First and 10 for the Crew. Ball on the 29-yard line. Handoff. Myron Jefferson. Jefferson with the hole. He picks up 8. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 2. Handoff, and not much there for the Crew, but it's going to be close to a first down. Third and short for the Crew. Handoff, Myron Jefferson, and Jefferson has the first down and a few yards more. Option left side, late pitch. Jefferson has the ball. He's hit very high. Handoff, right side, and going to be a couple yards short of the first down for the Crew. I believe that was Jefferson with the ball. First and goal from the 6 for the Crusaders. Excuse me, I thought it was Jefferson on the left side. It was Richard Crane, straight up the hole. First touchdown of the night. Dave Stenell in for the PAT. Todd Kelly, the holder. Hole is down, kick is up, and it is good. With 1:04 remaining in the first half, scores Pueblo Crusaders 7, the Colorado Springs Spirit 3. Stenell's kick is off, and it's going to be taken by Blades at the 7. He's to the 20. He's still up, and he is finally tripped up by Hatler, Elwood Aldaz, and Brad Padula. Straight drop back by Merritt. He's looking to the left side, complete out to Patterson. He is stopped by number 24, Alonzo Clark. Second 5, 30 seconds remaining in the first half. Handoff right up the gut to Patterson. Patterson can be short of the first down. Roll out to the right side. Merritt receiving pressure. He gets the pass off, and it is complete to Van Tassel. And the flag is thrown. Reddy Reeves may have face masked Van Tassel. 13 seconds remaining in the first half. Ball on the 15-yard line. And flags are coming from all over the place. Scott Segers in for a field goal. His kick is up, and it is good. With 8 seconds remaining in the first, scores Pueblo 7. The first half, scores Pueblo Crusaders 7, Colorado Springs Spirit 6. Segers' kick is off, and it's a squib kick. And Whalen takes it at the 15. He's to the 20, 25. Frankie Whalen is still up, still on his feet. Gets to about the 43-yard line, and that's pretty much all for naught, as that was the end of the first half. Halftime scores, Pueblo Crusaders 7 and the Colorado Springs Spirit 6. Start of the second half, crew back to receive. It's Frank Whalen. Whalen to the 5, 10, 15, 20-yard line. Frankie Whalen still up, and he gets to the 28. Be first and 10 from that spot for the crew. Brian hands off, play action. He's going deep, and he has a man, and he is tripped up. I don't know if we're going to see a penalty or not, but that could have broke, not necessarily broke it open, but that would have been a definite big play for the crew as Freddie Gales was flying down the right side, and he tripped and may have tripped over his own feet, but regardless of the fact, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. Pitch out right side, Myron Jefferson. And Jefferson has nowhere to go. Picks up about a yard. Straight draw back by Bryant. Looking to the right side and incomplete. Intended for number 20, Doug Jones. Low snap. Hatler comes up with it and gets the punt off. Blades signals for a fair catch at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 from that spot. Merritt hit right away, and he fumbles. Danny DeRose, coming from his middle linebacker spot, puts a hit on Merritt that Merritt will not soon forget. And the crew comes up with the fumble. Biggest play of the evening thus far. Richard Crane with the ball right side. He has some running room. Crane down to the 15-yard line. Handoff right up the middle. Not a thing there. Bring up a 2nd and 10 for the crew. Bryant just does get the pass off into the end zone, and it's incomplete. From the 14-yard line, 3 men behind Bryant. Handoff, Myron Jefferson, and Jefferson's still up. He has the first down, and he has a touchdown for the Crusaders. Number 8, Myron Jefferson going off right tackle. A 14-yard touchdown run. Dave Stanelli to try the PAT. Todd Kelly the holder. Frank Guadagnoli. Snap is off. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is good. With 12:06 remaining in the third, scores Pueblo Crusaders 14, Colorado Springs Spirit 6.
This kickoff brought to you by
Stenell's kick is off to Blades. Blades takes it. He's to the 10, 15, and to the 20. Flags are down. Blades is open, and Blades may go all the way as Dan Radoff may be the only guy that can catch him. But again, there are penalty flags at the 24-yard line, and this may all be for naught and come all the way back. And Dale Cresswell is clapping, and I believe it is going to come back. Penalty against Colorado Springs. Clipping was the call against the Spirit. Handoff, Tommy Bonds. Bonds picks up 4. Again, we see penalty flags. Face mask called against the Crew. Tony Merritt back to pass. He is sacked. And there's a fumble. Snuffy Byers with the ball. And he's in for a touchdown for the Crusaders. I believe Sam Collins may have been the man that knocked it loose. Snuffy Byers, heads up football player, comes up with the ball. Big play for the Crusaders. As players are piling on, Byers puts the Crew up by 14 points. Dave Stenell extra point is up and good. Score with 11:20 remaining in the third quarter. The Pueblo Crusaders 21 and the Colorado Springs Spirit 6. Stenell gets a deep kickoff taken at the 4-yard line by Blades. To the 15, to the 20, still up, and he gets to the 25-yard line before he's hit by a pile of Crusaders. Handoff up the middle, Jeff Patterson. Patterson picks up about 5 on the play, 2nd and 5. Handoff in, there's a fumble. Dan DeRose coming close to picking it up as he's in the backfield right away, but Merritt does fall on it. There's an injured player just taken off on a stretcher, that being Myron Jefferson. We're going to try and get a report.
There is also a wearable stand on the east side of this. What's the score? 21-6.
Attaboy, Dave, keep it going. Straight drop back by Merritt. He gets a pass off over the middle, incomplete. Batted away by number 70, John Hancock. Segris back to punt for Springs. His punt is off. Fair catch signal for, and I believe they're gonna throw a flag as Freddie Gales caught the ball off a muff by Dan Radoff. Handoff, Doug Jones. Jones picks up 5. Thanks. Handoff, Doug Jones. Jones with some running room. He picks up the first down. Handoff right up the middle, and not much there.
Number 32, Richard Crane, the ball carrier.
Handoff again, Doug Jones. Jones picks up about 1.5 yards. Bring up a 3rd and 7. Doug Jones in motion left. Bryant gets the pass off, and it's incomplete. 4th down. Heller's punt taken by Blades. It's going to the right side. He's at the 15-yard line and knocked out of bounds at the 20. Very tough hit that time by number 51, Gerald Strabella. First and 10 from the 21-yard line. 5:44 remaining in the third. And that's Tommy Bonds. Bonds loses 4 on the play. Hit by number 86, Sam Collins, and number 52, Dale Cresswell. It's going to be play action. Flags are down. Second and 18. Tommy Bonds in motion to the right side. Again, we see play action. Swing pass out, and it's complete. But again, loss on the play is 75. Joe Tybee makes a stop on Patterson behind the line of scrimmage. Straight drop back by Merritt. Swing pass off left side. Incomplete, intended for number 5, Tommy Bonds. Amani Hallman on the coverage. Segris punting out of their own end zone, Springs end zone. Punt is off, and it's going to be taken by number 1, Dan Radoff. Well, actually, it's going to bounce into the hands of Dan Radoff. Radoff has nowhere to go. He's hit it about the 47-yard line. First and 10 from that spot for the Crew. And there's a fumble, and I believe Bryant recovers his own fumble. Handoff left side, and not much there. Number 5, Alan Severe on the run. Severe in motion to the left side. Straight drop back, passes off over the middle. It's complete, and it's going to be short of the first down. Complete, I believe, Lucero. Brian Hattler in the punt. Punt is off, and it's a very high punt. Excellent punt by Hattler. It's going to go out. It's going to go out at about the 1-inch mark. Unbelievable punt by number 16, Brian Hattler. Would appear to be a brilliant punt. Ended up hitting the pylon, so it's first and 10 from the 20. We see Steve Nicholas in motion on the left side. Straight drop back and deep pass off to the left side. And just out of the outstretched arms of Blades, bring up a second and 10. Handoff, Tommy Bonds. And Bonds is finally stopped by Kirk Kogenberger. Joe Tybee had him and held him long enough for Kogenberger to come up and make the stop. Third and 5, Merritt over the middle. It's complete. Van Tassel, he's hit very hard by number 10, Rennie Reeves, but Van Tassel still holds on to the ball. First down. Draw play, Tommy Bonds. Bonds picks up about 4. At the end of the first quarter, scores Pueblo Crusaders 21, the Colorado Springs Spirit 6. Straight drop back by Merritt. Merritt's looking over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete, intended for Van Tassel. It's going to be a reverse. Van Tassel with the ball, and he picks up the first down and more before he's stopped by number 25, Kirk Kokenberger. Straight drop back by Merritt, and it's a handoff, I believe, to Patterson. Straight drop back again by Merritt. Pass off to the left side. Incomplete, intended for Blades. Nicholas in motion on the right side. Play action. We're going to have a holding call, I believe. Pass off. Incomplete, intended for number 5, Bonds. Flags are down at about the 45-yard line. Segrist in to punt from the 43. This punt is off, and it's an excellent punt by Segrist, out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Handoff, and it's Doug Jones. Jones with a lot of running room picks up the first down. 1st and 10 for the Crew. 12:27 remaining in the ball game. Handoff, Doug Jones again has some running room. Picks up about 5 to 6 yards. I'm not quite sure, but Jones is the man they're going to right now. Pitch, and that's, I believe, Tommy Lontine. Picks up a couple. Is going to bring up about a 3rd and 2. Handoff, and Doug Jones on his own picks up the first down as he runs to a pile and bounces off and picks up the first down. Excellent job by number 20, Doug Jones. 1st and 10 from the 32. Doug Jones, or Lontine, excuse me, and Lontine picks up a first down. Flags are down, late flag. 5-yard face mask call against Springs. Handoff up the middle, and not much there this time as number 55, Will Hinton, hits Lontine. Second and 8. Pitch out right side, Doug Jones. Again, Jones has a seam, and we see flags again. First and 10, 24-yard line. Steve Bryant going for it all. He has Freddie Gales in the end zone, and he caught the ball. They're going to say he was out of bounds. He may have been pushed out of bounds. Regardless, it's 2nd and 10, 8:11 remaining in the ball game. Handoff, Doug Jones picks up a couple.
Number 20, Doug Jones.
3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line, and Bryant calls timeout. And Bryant is sacked. It's play action, and he really didn't have anywhere to go in on the play. It's number 45, Dean Chenault. Clock is running, 7:18 remaining in the ballgame. Dave Stenell in to try a 45-yard field goal. Hold is down. Stenell's kick is up, and it's going to be very close. And it is just short, off, I believe maybe off to the right a little bit, but it'll be 1st and 10 for Colorado Springs. We will see Colorado Springs probably not go into the huddle very often now. Merritt looking deep, has Steve Nicholas wide open, and it is complete. The clock will keep running. Just the opposite of high school and college football. The chains do not stop the clock, movement of chains. 6:20 remaining in the contest. Ball on the 44-yard line of Colorado Springs. Colorado Springs seems to be very confused. Now they're going to a huddle, everybody but the center. And Springs seems very confused. We're probably going to see a delay of game. We have a timeout by Colorado Springs. 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. 6:01 remaining in the ball game. Pueblo up by a score of 21-6. Tommy Bonds, we're going to see the halfback pass. And Bonds gets the pass off. Incomplete. The Crusaders were burned by that play earlier in the year by Colorado Springs. This time it didn't work. Second down and 10. Steve Nicholas in motion to the left side. Little dump pass off to Nicholas, and Nicholas just gets back to the line of scrimmage. Danny DeRose in on the hit. Again, we see a straight drop back. Merritt going off to the right side, incomplete. He was hit very hard by Joe Tybee. Big play here. 4th down, Merritt back to pass, passes off. He throws the ball out of bounds. Rennie Reeves on the coverage. 1st down for the Crew. Handoff, number 5, Alan Severe. Severe hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe loses a yard. And then I'm going to get the cord. There's a hook to this, and just start rolling at it so I can get it. Handoff, Severe. Severe picks up about 3. 4:14 remaining in the ball game. And handoff right up the middle, and Richard Crane fighting. Not much there. Report on Myron Jefferson that he has a bone bruise, and apparently he's going to be all right as he is coming back to the stadium right now. 3:11 left in the ball game. 21-6 is the score with Pueblo in the lead. We'll see Brian Hatler, number 16, on to punt for the Crew. Hatler's punt is off, and it's taken on the left side by Blades. Blades just tripped up. Big play by Dale Cresswell, as he did have a seam. And Merritt looking over the middle. Pass is complete. Number 86, Steve Nicholas. 2:20 remaining in the ball game. We'll see one more play before the 2-minute warning. 2:02, 2:01, just did get the play off. Pass off complete to, I believe it's complete to Tommy Bonds at the 2-minute warning, 1:55 remaining. Well, we had some movement by offensive tackle number 1, Baldacci. I believe that's going to be the call and goal against Colorado Springs. And a handoff up the middle, Patterson. Patterson picks up about 6. Bring up a 2nd and 4, 1:45 remaining. Merritt's looking into the end zone. And it's nearly intercepted by Frank Whalen. Bring up 3rd down, 4th down, 1:17 remaining. Pitch out, Tommy Bonds. And Bonds runs out of bounds. We're going to have a flag. Straight drop back by Merritt. Little dump pass off and incomplete. Danny DeRose putting the lick on Steve Nicholas. Again, Merritt throwing. His pass is off, complete, and run out of bounds. 1:02 remaining in the ball game. Van Tassel was on the other end of the completion from Merritt. Roll out left by Merritt. He's receiving great pressure. His pass is off and incomplete, but Jeff Osterman was putting some great pressure on Merritt. 56 seconds remaining in the contest. And it's Jeff Patterson up the middle, and he picks up about 5. Really doesn't help the spirit very much, though, as the clock keeps on running. Myron Jefferson being wheeled in on a stretcher, and the crowd going nuts over Myron's return to Dutch Clark Stadium. I don't see it. Merritt looking, and he has Tommy Bonds, and it's a touchdown. Roll out right side. And Merritt in for the 2-point conversion. With 41 seconds remaining in the ball game, scores Pueblo Crusaders 21, Colorado Springs Spirit 14. Well, with 41 seconds remaining and the Crew up by 7, we're going to see a onside kick. Segres kicks it to the left side, and it's picked up by Todd Kelly, who wanted to run with it. And the Crew has the ball, and all they have to do is sit on it now, and this game will be history. Steve Bryant does just fall on the ball with 35 seconds. The clock's just going to be running down right now. The final score from Dutch Clark Stadium will be the Pueblo Crusaders 21 and the Colorado Springs Spirit 14. For Cam and Derek Dierkley, this is John Pecoraro saying goodnight from Dutch Clark Stadium.